Hello and welcome back to another episode. On today's episode, we're going to talk about the Business Ownership Summit and what you can expect. This is a free event that I'm hosting. It's March 2nd, starting at 9 a.m. Pacific time. It's going to be an all-day event. I'm still finalizing the agenda, but you guys can go to businessownershipsummit.com and RSVP for the event. I'm going to show you the event by page and just the agenda. So basically, the thought process behind the event was to bring together some franchise companies I work with, some people that I know that own businesses such as laundromats, some bankers that I work with to discuss SBA financing, and put together an action-packed day of all about business ownership, entrepreneurial, all things entrepreneurial. So that's really what the Business Ownership Summit is going to be all about. I plan on hosting at least 2 a year of these summits, and they're going to be mostly virtual and hopefully all free for you. So we should have about 15 speakers, give or take. And let me just kind of walk you through. So from 9 to 9:15, actually, we're going to change that a little bit because we have Michael Zuber, who's going to present from One Rental at a Time. He knows the economy and economics like really, really well. He studies this stuff, and I want him to do some opening remarks on what's going on with the economy, what are the good things, what are the bad things, and how that's going to affect our business entrepreneurship and real estate in general. His background is he has an economics degree. He was in the sales world. He retired at 45 years old. He owns a lot of rental properties, and he has a very successful YouTube channel called One Rental at a Time. And so I want him kicking off, giving us an economic update. And then we go in after that, we're going to go into a discussion on franchise investment journey, an overview of the franchise world, what to look for, opening your mind if you don't know much about the franchise industry. We're going to talk about non-food franchises mostly and all the opportunities in the franchise world during this discussion. The next discussion, we're going to talk about top reoccurring franchise models. So wouldn't it be nice to build a business that every month has a predictable reoccurring revenue? We're going to talk about the best franchise models in this discussion, and then we're going to roll into a panel on how to finance business acquisitions and franchises utilizing SBA financing, and we'll probably talk about alternative financing. But SBA financing is really an amazing tool, so we're going to dive deep. We have probably 2 bankers at least coming to talk. I'll be on the panel too from the kind of broker consultant side on that world. And then we're going to take a short break. Some people on the West Coast would probably grab lunch because that's 11:15 a.m. to 12 Pacific time. Then we're going to have a panel discussion, how to buy a laundromat. Jordan Berry's going to facilitate this conversation. He's probably going to bring on a couple of his colleagues, and that's going to be a great conversation on, buying your first laundromat, how to find these deals, how they're financing them, how they're running them, everything you need to know about the laundromat industry. That'll be the discussion there. And then the next discussion will be the speed round, where we're going to have several franchisors presenting their concepts. They'll present for 5 to 6 minutes. There'll be a Q&A session after it for 2 or 3 minutes. And we have several home service franchise concepts being showcased there. That'll be a very fun speed round as we do them in the franchise industry. You'll get a lot of value out of it. You'll get to see a couple different concepts. You get a quick overview of the concept, and obviously we'll be able to do some Q&A with those as well. Then we're going to have a discussion on opportunities with franchise resale. So we are also going to talk about obviously franchise startups, but a lot of you might say, well, I want to buy an existing franchise, and we're going to talk about franchise resale opportunities. And then we're going to jump into the top low-cost franchise model. So maybe you don't have much saved, but in conjunction with SBA, we're going to have a discussion of what franchise models might be a good fit and what are the investment ranges of these franchise models, and then what would I need to come up with as an equity injection or down payment. So that'll be a great topic because many of you might not have a bunch of money. And like we've done a previous episode, we just helped a gentleman buy a painting franchise for an equity injection of just under $12,000. So you don't need a ton of money if you position yourself right, get the right franchise. and line up the right SBA financing. So that's going to be a great discussion there on opportunities in the low-cost sector. Then we're going to have a discussion on franchising as an investment. We're going to bring on some great people in the space that are going to deep dive on, what to look for as far as a franchise investment. Who's buying franchises right now? Is it just the owner operator, or there's different models such as passive and semi-passive franchise ownership? So we're going to dive into there. And then closing remarks. Now this schedule may change a little bit, but I wanted to give an overview because I would strongly recommend that you attend the event. Remember, you can go to businessownershipsummit.com and get your ticket. It's going to be on Zoom. It's an action-packed day. I'm going to probably, as I'm lining up the additional speakers, this may change a little bit, but I wanted to give you kind of a general overview of what to expect. I would recommend you guys attend. I'm going to try to line up some of my friends that do they own a lot of businesses. They're doing a lot of business acquisition. I think that would be an interesting discussion as well. So feel free to come back to this page as we get closer. The agenda will be finalized, but I would recommend getting your ticket as soon as possible. Remember, businessownershipsummit.com. It's going to be a fun event, and I know you'll get a lot out of it. So we will see you there. Thanks so much. Hey guys, Bo Eckstein here. If you enjoyed what you saw, please subscribe to this channel. We talk all things financing. I've been in the lending industry for over 20 years, and I'm happy to answer your questions and provide great content.